What I want to do is go over the entire system and give you a quick overview of the entire system and all the parts so you can see it all together and get one last complete picture of this system. Now, what I want to start with is the pump. This is an inline pump pulling water from the sump tank. That is the source where it's pulling the water from. From the pump, it is being pushed into a bead filter, a bubble wash bead filter, and that filter is where the solids are going to be removed and the water and nitrification is going to be taking place, where ammonia is being broken down and converted eventually into nitrates. So that is what is taking place in this filter. So when you go past this filter, there's no solids, significant solids that are passing this filter. So we come out of the bead filter, then we come down, our plumbing, there's a split flow. A portion of this clean filtered water is going to the floating raft system, and then once it overflows in the floating raft, it will return right back to the sump tank. So it's getting filtered again. The plants are taking up the nutrients, and then it's being returned back into the sump tank, where it once again is pulled, goes down into the pump, up to the bead filter, filtered out again, comes down. Now this one, a part of it is splits into the floating raft, which we discussed, and a part of it goes to the fish tanks. That's where the other portion goes to, where the flow is moved circularly in the fish tanks. That we have a bottom drain that is sucking up the solids that accumulate at the bottom, and then those solids, they get removed where? Removed out of the tank and then placed in the sump tank. Why is everything going back to the sump tank? Because the pump pulls everything, all the water, the solids from the sump tank, and its purpose is to bring it into that bubble wash bead filter, where it gets filtered out before it enters anywhere else in the system. Once that filter has accumulated enough solid waste, what we're going to do is a backwash, where we're going to come down, cut the pump off, and then we're going to flush the system. We're going to turn our three-way valve, open up the bead filter, allow the solids to get shaken off of the beads, and then they're going to exit out and go where? Into the mineralization tank that we have placed in our system. That's where it's going. The mineralization tank where the solids will be stored. That's where they'll be stored. So this is the rundown of this system. Also, we have what? A regenerative blower that is supplying our oxygen, our extra oxygen that is required to sustain this type of system at these fish stocking densities and these plant densities. We need this oxygen, extra additive oxygen in the system. So that is pretty much it. We have a portion of it going to the floating raft and a portion of it going to the fish tanks. And that is it. That is the complete breakdown of this system. It can be expanded. It can even be minimized. But you can also make different variations of it. You can add 4 tanks to this system. You can add 6 tanks to the system. You can increase the beds. You can do anything you want to this model of system here. As long as your structure or your aquaponics setup obeys the fundamental principles of aquaponics. And with that being said, hopefully you've enjoyed this course, and hopefully you've learned something, a lot of things from it, and hopefully you're able to now go and build a system like this or similar to this. I believe in you. You should believe in you. So with that being said, I am your instructor, your educator, Brooklyn St Mickel with the School of Aquaponics. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and do a lot of great things with aquaponics.